Hi, my name is Tara, and I am the author of the website Lakota Woman's Voice. And I'm also a mother of an autistic child named Ranson Weber Horse. He's 16 years old, so happy Autism Awareness Month. And the one thing I wanted to bring out to the world is that did you know that Lyme disease can cause a form of autism? Well, that is what is happened in my son's case. And unfortunately, he was exposed to Lyme disease in the womb from me. I passed it on to him. And when we lived in Cleveland, no one believed uh, that I could pass it on to him. And it's really unfortunate because that caused additional harm and illness to both of us. And in my son's case, it caused a form of autism because he went untreated from birth to about 5. And I thank Dr. Charles Ray Jones for saving my son's life, which means he saved my life. And he's also the one that coined the phrase Lyme-induced autism. And that helps explain my son's condition. Initially, I didn't have that term, and it was hard to explain what Lyme disease was, and then it also had the effects of special needs in terms of the brain and not being neurotypical. So that was really difficult. And then he didn't get the actual classification medically until he was older. And I fought for that in the school for him to have both autism and other health impairment for the Lyme disease. And that was a fight. And there was abuse within the school district towards me, medical field towards me. Doctors would yell at me that it was all in my head and I was crazy. You get accused of like that Munchausen by proxy, that I'm just there to get attention for my kid. And so there's a lot of that. And I think that back then with autism, it might have been the same thing if Ranson wasn't sick and he was showing those symptoms. Um, Children don't always get easily diagnosed with autism. And especially if you live in a remote area or a rural area on the res, you probably have to drive somewhere to get services to help your child. Fortunately, there's a lot of things online that I read and do a lot of research. So it has evolved in the last 15 years, and the world accepting autism. More and more of us either have an autistic child or know of a dear loved one who has that. I have 2 friends with autistic children, and it's an adjustment, it's a challenge. But I wanted to just welcome you to Autism Awareness Month, and hopefully that you learned Lyme disease can be cause a form of autism. And thank you for helping me spread the word. And this is one thing I always wanted to do in regards to my son's illness, is help educate the world. And oh, and remember that movie about Temple? She was the autistic woman that designed that incredible thing that was for cattle, and her mom was mean in the movie and awful when I watched that. And I became Temple's mom. And I'm very hard on my son, but I want him to be able to hold his own in this world, just as an adult and a human being. And so that's really important to me. So thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.